Good morning and welcome to the 5-day Clutter to Calm Facebook challenge. Congratulations for getting yourself here. I'd love to see in the comments for those of you who are here with me live or on the replay, what do you get to do? There's so many things on our calendars where we feel like we have to do, and this actually may feel like a little bit of a have to as well. But I'd love for you to start thinking differently and start putting into the comments, what do you get to do? Even one or two words on here, and let's just start jumping in and welcoming everyone here to the call. One of the things, I went to a talk yesterday where John Assaraf, who is a renowned brain neuro expert, who talked about that we never get rid of old habits. That may sound like bad news. However, when we create new patterns that become more powerful, they can override those old patterns. That's why sometimes you may feel like you're going backwards when you actually can go forward. Now, the good news, he also continued to say, was that in just 1 minute a day, if you did 1 minute a day, it would actually have more impact over like 100-day span than if you were doing hours each day. So this is why we're looking at, for our challenge, to do just a few things each day, even 1 minute. If you have 1 minute, take that 1 minute, because you are building the habits over time that will have you have less overwhelm and less procrastination. So that's the thing we want to be here today. So, hey, Leah, hello to you and hello to everyone else here. Please put in the comments, what do you get to do today? So the other thing we want to look at is that one of the studies, and also in case any of you have not received the homework yet, or if you've not actually, that will be delivered today. So don't worry if you've not received it yet, but if you've not actually signed up for the challenge where you'll actually be part of the small group where you will get to have some extra support, be part of the community, and some of the things you may not want to share on the general Facebook page, in the private Facebook page, you'll want to be part of that group. So make sure that you comment with the word 1 if you have not yet signed up for the challenge, and whether you're coming here on the replay or maybe you show up on day 2, it's okay. You can continue throughout this week to join and be part of it and to be able to catch up. And I also have a surprise for those of you who got up and got in here with me early, whether you're live or on the replay. I'm going to be sharing with you some of the surprises and free gifts of a raffle that we're going to be having for those of you who are committing, right? It's always good to have that extra support and drive to be part of it. So stay tuned for the surprise that is coming up. So the first thing that we want to look at is awareness. Awareness is always the first step to see what is going on in your space and be able to look at that. Now, one of the things is in the homework, we'll be looking at what is happening in your space. And so you'll see when you actually receive that is one of the things I'm going to want you to do is to be able to walk around into each of your rooms today. Even if it's something quickly that you go through, take 1 minute, close your eyes, see how you feel, and then look around the room. What do you love in your space? What do you absolutely love? Like, you would not want to get rid of this. It actually makes you feel better. You are happy. These are the things you want to have. So for instance, for me, when I used to work nights in graveyards on the police department, I would come home and I would make puzzles, and I do Thomas Kincaid puzzles because it was something that I was able to let the day go, and it actually brought joy to the end of my day. And so one of the things that I love to have in my space is I have here behind me a Thomas Kincaid painting that brings a smile to my face every time I walk past it. So this is something I'm looking at for you guys. What are those things in your space? This is what I want you to be able to look at for the homework for today is, what do you love? And you'll be able to document those things. And then what are you tolerating? What are you just having there where something that's maybe dead flowers in your space, a dead plant that's been there for a while. Maybe you've had, a light bulb that has been out for a while, or something that is freezing on your computer. What are those tolerations in your space? Because those are the things that are causing you drag. So, hey, Lisa, I knew you knew that was a painting. Absolutely. And let's see, Ellen, welcome for being here. amazing home in the country, making it more calm and peaceful every day. I know you're doing some great work in your space. How are those boxes coming? And it's just great to have you guys all here and to be committed to even having a few minutes a day to be able to look at your space. So that is what we're looking at for just day one, is the awareness of your space. What do you love and what are you tolerating? Now, I had mentioned that I was going to be having a giveaway here, and I'll be sharing that here in just a few moments. So today, each morning is only going to be, 5 to 10 minutes I'm going to be here, because I don't want it to be taking away the time. I want it to be on here for any questions that you have, anything that comes up for you. And I also be answering throughout the day questions in the private group. So that's why it's important to be part of that private group. And that's where you get to be connected to the group and how I can support you in that. So Karen, thank you for putting in here about committing, and Glenn, good to have you in the group here as well. So I love, yoga is always a good part of my day as well. So you get to do that. So I love you guys are putting in what you get to. This is where we're changing the mindset. The other thing I wanted to share with you is in a study on the blue zones, which are the regions of the world where people live the longest, happier, healthier lives. It has been proven that the number one thing that actually increases your happiness is your environment. I want that to land for you guys, your environment. There's so many times we spend time doing a lot of other things and we don't look at our environment. We can only expand, internally with a reflection of what's happening in our environment. So if things are crazy and cluttered around us, it actually slows down our internal growth and what we want to do in the world. So shifting and changing your environment changes everything, not only in how you progress in your life, in your business, but in your happiness, which is what we all want. So that's what I want you guys to have with your focus today, clearing that clutter, creating more of calm so that you have the things that you want to have in your life. So I'm looking here on Ellen here. Boxes are coming, taking more time than I originally thought. That happens, but progress is absolutely what we're looking for. So for those of you who are jumping in a little bit later, I had mentioned even doing just 1 minute a day, which may feel like that's not worth the effort, but even 1 minute a day of clearing things in your space actually has more long-lasting effects in lessening your overwhelm and your procrastination. So if you do that for 100 days, so we're kicking it off with 5 days, but I want you to have the goal to do at least 100 days, because then you override those old habits and you start stepping into the new ones that empower you. So let's focus on that. So as promised, the giveaway that I have for those that are participating. So when you go into, so make sure you put 1 if you've not actually signed up for the challenge, because when you put a comment with 1, you will get the emails and the full assignments, and then you'll go into the private Facebook group and you'll post your homework. So posting for today will be, what do you love in your space and what are you tolerating? All right. And then I would love for you guys to post on just a positive comment on at least 3 other participants in the group. By posting on other people, by having that give back, it increases your own happiness. It keeps you more engaged and more accountable, and you will have better success in it. So that is something that I definitely want to have for you guys here. So Lisa, what do you have here? I keep a lot of things around me, papers, books, business, because I'm afraid I'll forget them if I put them away. That is really great. So one of the things you want to be able to look at is, you can put in your calendar certain notes as far as what folder things are in and what projects, so that you only have the current project that you're working on. A lot of times we keep things out are things that we haven't touched in months. So you want to look at having what is most relevant in front of you with that particular project. And then so you don't have to remember those things, because that takes bandwidth. You're going to want to be able to put those things in your calendar so that you know exactly where they're at. So I can expand on this in the small group if you have more questions around that. So great question, Lisa, to be part of that. Let's see here. Susan, I get to break lifelong patterns I haven't served me. That is fantastic. I love having that. And Leah, I get to shred 4 years of back taxes, outline a marketing materials plan, create a 60K budget project, coach, and more. Girl, I've seen your space and I know what it is that you can do, and you're going to nail this. So this is so great to have you here. So going back to the giveaway that I have for those of you to have that extra commitment, I'm going to have 3 things in my giveaway for those of you that post your homework each day and you show up here, whether it's live or on the replay, and post a comment and also comment on people in the group. I'm going to have 3 things. So One, I have my SpaLife pen. And one of the things that is so important is about being intentional about what is in your space. So I give these to my clients so that they, when they look and they see the word SpaLife, that brings them back to whatever's overwhelmed or whatever's happening in their space to help them center, to look around at their space and see what is serving them and what's the most powerful thing they can do. So remember, even small things in your space can have a big impact. The other thing I'm going to have in the giveaway is a copy of my paper clutter solution book. And in here, it shows details about how to use the 8 most important hanging files in deciding what to keep in your space and what to get rid of. So this is a great way to really look at how you're dealing with your paper. So, and then the big thing that my VIP clients really love is my signature action box, right? Let me stand back so you guys can see this a little bit here. This here is like the Cadillac of the action things that you need to do. It's portable. It has only 8 files in there of the exact things that you need to do. It sits on your desk and it keeps things all together. So that is a favored tool and product of my VIP clients, and that will be part of the giveaway just for you guys committing to yourself. So you'll be part of that raffle to be able to enjoy that. Molly, I'm so glad you use yours and love it. So let's see. Everyone's talking about papers, right? Papers are coming up everywhere. So the whole idea here, you guys, is to do little micro actions each day so that you start clearing the space and you start changing your mindset about what is in your space so that you can have the experience in your life that you want to have. So congratulations to you for being here on day 1. If you've not yet received your homework or you've not yet been part of signing up for it, look for that email today. Put in number 1 in the comments and we'll send you the email to be able to get that. And in fact, that should probably be in your email box right now so that you have it. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you more in the private Facebook group and create your perfect day today by clearing that one thing that doesn't serve you and to start looking at what you love in your space and what are you tolerating. So have a beautiful day and live your spa life. Bye for now.